Hey guys, I just wanted to go over my team for the second week of the Kim Kaphwan event. So let's just get into it. First of all, it's going to be new colors. It's going to be red and green that you need. But if you notice here, I actually have Akira who's blue. And the thing with Akira is that he actually does get a bonus from this because he's Virtual Fighter and because he's a Polygon Fighter. So that's why I added him. And when I did decide to change him, I was using Nameless before, I think. And when I did decide to change and add him, that increased my score greatly. The thing with Akira too is if you have the set from the Rush Dungeon, he actually does that actually gives him a lot more of a boost in attack power. So if you go here, what this does is add 5% active skill damage and basic damage 5%, and that can stack up to 50%. So for Virtual Fighter 5 and for Polygon Fighters. So what I want to do is get my second set of this set essentially for Kim, and I think also when I get Kim to A1, which I should be able to do pretty quickly, that's also going to help do a ton more damage. So the only thing with my Kim here is that he's right now he's just level 90, so he's not going to have awakening skills available to him. So that's really the only thing that's holding them back. Otherwise, I think he'd be doing way more damage. Um, so then the other thing for the other team, I don't think this team is all that great that I put together, but it seems to do the job. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep using this team for right now until until I can pull some of the Virtual Fighter characters. Right now, I have Terry at A1, level A10. I have Chizuru level 65, A65 I think she is. And I have M. Bison at A30. So these guys aren't necessarily the best team. I think the person that's actually good on this team is Terry because he's actually got strike skills. But M. Bison and Chizuru do actually have at least one or two strike skills. So I think they are pretty decent for this. And honestly, really the only thing that I think is really helping them out, aside from having all the, cards and the stones and everything, I think the thing that's helping them out the most is that they're SS fighters. So when you do pick 3 SS fighters, you actually get a bonus for just the team relation, I guess. You get a 10% bonus when their HP is above 70%. So it's actually not that bad of a boost. And what I could actually do as well is try to give M. Bison the main Street Fighter set. Right now I'm just using the Rush Dungeon set on him, so I think that's good. Good enough for right now, but I think I can squeeze out a little bit more damage. And I think if you pay attention to the leadership skills, the little bonuses on the set cards, everything you can possibly do to add damage, you're going to be able to increase your damage by that much more. So all that stuff does add up, so I think it's important to be able to do that. But yeah, let's take a look at this the strategy here. And I kind of have a little bit of a problem with this, is that it's like the translation isn't super great, so it's kind of hard to understand sometimes. I think this translation is way better than the one for Nina. That one's a little bit harder to understand, if I'm gonna be honest here. But what you really want to look at and pay attention to is the colors that you need. Strengthens red for the first wave and strengthens green for the second wave. So keep that in mind. Polygon fighters. So again, you want to be able to break Kim by doing normal attacks. But honestly, I find that if you just use your skills, it's just a lot easier. Use your awaken skills so that you can spam your active skills. I think that's a little bit easier to just do that rather than to try to just do normal skills. And then the other thing here is BS and SS fighters are greatly strengthened. So that's kind of what I'm banking on. Mostly the color and the fact that they're BS and SS fighters, more so than the strike skills. It does say strike skills here too somewhere. Here it is. But I think just it's the more you can add together, the better you can do. But honestly, in terms of fighters that I have strike skills, I don't really think I have that many great strike skills for the red element or for the green element. I do just happen to have Hwarang here at A40, so I think he's one of the better ones. I just happen to have him. But I think the fact that you can get these fighters free to play is actually pretty good. You can, if you want to, use the Rugal, the Polygon Rugal. I find that with Hwarang, I'm actually doing more damage, so I just keep Hwarang on here. But Rugal would actually be another really good one, considering we can potentially get him for free. You could potentially use 3 free fighters here. I would put, if you're going to use Rugal, I would put him in the second team because he's actually weak on the first team. And I tried that and he just ended up getting killed. Alright, so let's just go into my run here so you guys can see how I did on this. Alright, so what we're going to do here is basically, I'm going to start off with M. Bison. I think M. Bison had the best leadership skills of all 3 of them that I had. So basically, I'm just spamming my active skills, and when I don't have active skills, I'm just attacking, using the normal attack. That's going to help. I'm not really like paying attention to where I'm standing or anything, so you're going to see me like attack in the air, but right now I just broke his armor, and in the middle of M. Bison's awaken, so he just hammers in like all that damage. So, but right now the guard is not broken, but he's still doing quite a bit of damage. So I'm not really entirely sure how much more damage I am doing from the guard break. But right there, I just use my 3PG just to stall out some time. When you use your 3PG, that should be pausing the time, so it just allows your other fighters to get some damage in. And of course, your M. Bison or whoever's doing the 3PG is doing the damage. So right now, I just switched to Terry here, and I'm basically just wailing away with the active skills. I kind of am trying to pay attention to the timer to kind of try to give Chizuru a little bit extra time, but as you can see here, she was facing the wrong way, thanks to the AI, I guess. But, you know, she didn't really get to add that much, maybe like close to 1 billion damage there. Right here, I'm maining Hwarang. I'm starting with Hwarang. Hwarang has the best leadership skill of all 3 of these fighters, the one that benefits everyone. So I'm just kind of here. I just did his awakening skills. So you can see the guard damage. The guard is not broken yet, the guard meter. So I'm kind of just wailing away with the awakened skills. And yeah, it's just doing pretty decent damage. So right there, 10 billion, 11 billion. So yeah, Hwarang is actually doing pretty good on his own. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to Akira. And between him and Hwarang, just kind of wailing away there. I'm just doing an insane amount of damage. I think even though he's blue, since he's Virtual Fighter and Polygon, Akira is going to be really, really good for this. Right now I have him at A2, but I think we're like a lot of us are going to be easily able to get him to A3. So I think in the time of the event, like if we wait out this week, I think we'll definitely be able to get 1, maybe 2 more memories for him. So it's possible to get him to like A3 or A4. And I think because of that, we're just going to be able to do like so much more damage. Okay, so again, I didn't get to see how much I did at the end. I think it was around 52 billion at the end. So I think that's going to be pretty good. If I could be doing that daily, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with that. And again, what I'm going to end up doing is actually going into M. Bison because I have him with the Rush Dungeon set from Street Fighter. So what I'm going to do is I actually had the other set on Luke because I was using him last week. The one with the Kuma. So yeah, I have one that's transcended. I actually have that on Ryu. So I could have been doing more damage to Luke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this set to M. Bison, and I think he's going to get a CP boost because of that. So that's going to be great. I already have 1 memory for Kim Kaphwan, the low poly Kim Kaphwan. So I'm going to just I'm just going to awaken him. And I think if I can awaken him, his awakened skill is going to be able to do way more damage. So the timer, it feels like it runs out super fast. So what I try to do is if I want to get attacks in with them, try to pay attention to the timer when you start using your awakened skills, and just try to give each person an equal amount of time. So if it's like 40 seconds that you're doing the awaken skill, try to give them each like 10 to 15 seconds. Uh, it's going to be a little bit trial and error. Just kind of try a few times just to see who's doing the most damage. Just switch into whatever fighter is doing the most damage, attack with them first, and then attack with your second highest damage. So right now I have Akira on A2. Definitely think with the new tower, and with some luck, I might be able to pull it from the random event thingy. And then the other one is for the gift event. If I can give, I finished the Sarah one, and if I can finish the pie one, I think I'll be pretty set with that. I think by the end of the week I should be able to do that because I finished the other one in the first week. So hopefully that's helpful. I know I have M Bison. I don't know if most people have them at A30, A3. Chizuru, I think most people should have her pretty well. She is. You can select her in the selectors, and you could get her randomly from the selectors if you've been doing those. Terry, again, you can probably get him from the selectors as well. Or you might have someone else. I think Mai is also in this. SS Mai, I think she was the same color. But you might want to just check out who is your SS fighter that you have the highest awakening and just go for that. Same thing with Huarang, but if you can't use Huarang, you do have access to Rugal, the low poly Rugal. I think he'd be pretty decent here. The only thing is that Huarang is giving a pretty good leadership. I think he's got like 45% attack. Let me go in here. So yeah, that stuff matters. Pay attention to who is giving the best attack boost to your team. So if we go here, let me turn the filter on. For example, so leadership skill attack all fighters by 45%. Before I had it on Kim, but it's not as good. It seems like it's better because it says increases basic attack by 80%, but that's only the normal attack. That does not increase anything for the active skills, so that ends up not being so great. And then for Akira, increases virtual fighter attack by 50%, critical damage by 30. So theoretically, he can be good if you have other virtual fighter characters, but technically Kim and Rugal are not going to be virtual fighter. They're going to be low poly, yes, but they're not going to be virtual fighter. But if you do have some of the other fighters, I think Jackie is also green. So if you do have him as well, I think he would be like maybe Akira's leadership skill might be the best one in that case. So try to pay attention to the leadership skill. In the other team, M. Bison had the better leadership skill of the three, so I put him. All right, so hopefully that helps. 50 billion, I think, is pretty good for me. I don't really have like any of the latest fighters. I do have the Soul Calibur. I have 2 versions of Ivy, but I don't really have any other EX fighters after that. So right now, Huarang is doing a good job. These 3 are doing a pretty good job for me. All right, so hopefully that helps, and hope you guys have good luck with your pulls and with your trying to do the most damage here. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.